Welcome to 1 Minute Electronics. Testing cheap tricorders, VOMs for everyone. These are the standard cheap VOMs, available from many different sources. They're gradually being replaced by later models that have a different case, but are basically the same inside. These particular ones were basically given away by Harbor Freight if you had a coupon and bought something else. They don't do that anymore, but I think they still sell them in the stores for about $7. So they're really a good beginner's VOM, volt-ohm-milliampere meter. They measure voltage, they measure resistance, they measure current, and they have a few other functions. I wanted to test the accuracy of these. I had originally about a dozen of them, but I've thrown out some that were less accurate. The VOM, or volt-ohm-milliampere meter, has been the standard instrument of electrical and electronic engineering, from time immemorial, from the early 1920s on. Originally, they were based on a meter movement, where the needle moved back and forth, and that measured fundamentally current. But now they're based on digital chips that measure fundamentally voltage. Through the use of resistors, they allow you to measure also current, resistance, and some other things. I wanted to get an idea of the accuracy of these. Notice our line voltage is about 118 volts here. So this is pretty close, way off, pretty close, pretty close, pretty close. So this one is also a bit dark. But on the whole, they're pretty accurate and basically do the job. We can try them at a different scale. Just to see how things work. This one's having a little bit of trouble. I don't think we quite got that in the right position. The weak point on these is the switch. As you see, when I switched it down, this one is still right on, this one is still right on, but the others have kind of gone off. If we go back to the 200 volt scale, this one's pretty good, this one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. These others are having trouble. They probably need to be reinitialized. We'll temporarily cut the line voltage. And bring it back. This one's pretty good, this one's pretty good, this one's pretty good. These are not doing so well. Let's try turning one off. And on again. Nope. Not doing so well. So 3 are pretty accurate. Assuming this one is correct. It's pretty close. I've measured it with other instruments. Okay. I've reinitialized the line voltage and reinitialized each of the items, each of the meters. Notice one is reading a tiny bit off from 0, but it's still pretty good. Let's apply the line voltage again. Okay, this one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. This one, the dark one, is pretty good too. This is now reading high. This is now reading high. But not outrageously bad. Well, let's try it again, but this time at 9 volts DC. And I should point out that a 9-volt battery can, when new like this, will read somewhat higher than 9 volts. So, this is probably pretty accurate. It's about 9.5 volts. So this gives us 9.2, 9.5, 9.5, 9.2. Ooh, that's flaky. 9.5 and about 9.5. This is flaky. Yeah, definitely flaky. But it settles down. This one has a little bit of an intermittent in it. The problem is usually in the switch. These switches are printed circuit switches, and they're not the best. So although these differ in reading, they're pretty good. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. This is a bit flaky. And this one, who knows? I would say I would rate those flaky. So they're still pretty good.